Welcome back to That Paint Party Life. I'm Lori Miller, and today we're tackling a big one: pricing. If you've ever felt guilty about charging what you're worth, or worse, priced yourself so low that you work for free, this episode is for you. Let's fix that. Hey, welcome back. Thank you for joining me on the second episode of That Paint Party Life. Again, I'm Lori Miller, and I'm glad that you're here. I want to go over pricing today and not feeling guilty about pricing your classes for what you're worth. And I wanted to go over some pricing that I've had in the past and some things that I've seen other artists do, and go over a mindset shift around pricing. When I started back in 2017, 2018, I was charging about $25 a person, and I was using a 16 by 20 inch canvas because that was what the big franchise companies were using when they went into local bars and restaurants. I wanted to align myself with them, but I also wanted to capture their audience. Now, I wasn't making any real profit off from $25 a person because I had to buy all of the supplies. I had to make sure that I had enough and good quality product to fill that house. And a 16 by 20 inch canvas is much more expensive than a 12 by 16 or 11 by 14. And I was making my expenses higher, so I wasn't pricing the way that I should have been. And in the end, I wasn't getting paid what I should have been getting paid. So, in a couple years later, I switched over to 12 by 16 inch canvases, and I started charging $35 per person. Now I'm getting paid what I feel should be the amount per hour and per person. The mindset shift that I had to have about it is that I'm running a business and not a charity. While I want to make it affordable for everyone, not everyone is my customer, and that's okay. When you set a pricing for people who see your value, then it changes everything. Your art is valuable. You're not just paying for supplies. They're paying for your creativity, your teaching, and your experience and expertise in the field of paint party or crafting or whatever you choose it to be part of your business. Now, when thinking of pricing, you want to set up for what the actual factors are for, to set your price. So think of like, the direct costs. Like, so what goes into a paint party? Paint, canvases, brushes, easels. You may need to rent your venue. It might be other incidentals on the side too. There's also indirect costs that you've got to pay for. So I have a studio, so I have to pay for that. But there's also marketing, insurance, if you have a place, utilities, any business tools. If you sublimate, you'll have to have those tools like printer, ink, paper. If you just trace your canvases, carbon copy. And then the time outside of the event, such as like planning it, setup, cleanup. Those are direct and indirect costs to you. And then you have to think about your time. So teaching, your travel time, setup breakdown, and any pre-event prep you have, like you're contacting the venue or working in Canva, creating your ads. And then you want to make a profit margin off from your pricing. Like, you want to make a profit. We are not a charity. We are a business. So you don't want to just break even. You want to make money. That's why we're doing it. So you think about how to price confidently, right? So you need to figure out what you want your goal for profit to be, and how to get to like that. You want to, work backwards and add all the costs, your per person price for all your costs. And then you want to add a little buffer room for like last minute cancellations, extra supplies, any price increases where we have a lot of things going on in the market right now with tariffs, etc. We can't really regulate or keep a actual price of things because we don't know what it's going to be from one week to the next. And then if you want to, you could think of like different tier pricing, such as early bird pricing, standard pricings, if they have different pricing for private or public events. So that's how you can come up with your prices. Now, so the reason why we're going over this is that I want you to overcome price guilt. Price, while it's personal to you, it's not personal to anybody else. It's math plus value, right? So it's all the price of your costs together plus the value of what you put out. Think of it like if you went to Walmart's not putting any personal value behind that L'Oreal or CoverGirl foundation, right? Like they are just putting at what unit cost is, what they spent on it, and how much they're going to make profit on it. You've got to think about yourself in that same way. You need to think about what it costs you per every item, your paint, brushes, canvases, etc. And then the value and time that you're putting into it. And then, that's going to be what your profit is. So, also you need to think about too. So what we offer is experiences, right? So you want to remember your impact for that. Your events bring like happiness and joy and connection and laughter, and those things are priceless. And people will remember it. I've talked to people, they're like, oh, we went to this one party 5 years ago and we laughed, or we did this, or we did that. You're bringing memories to them. So you need to also realize that that's a value that you're providing, and you can charge for that. Also, here's a big thing, right? And it took a long time for me to stop doing this as well. Stop comparing your business to other businesses. Your business is unique. Your costs, your quality, and your style is not the same as others. You are not the same as the franchise down the street. You are not the same as the other artist that goes into the same restaurant as you. You are different. You will get customers coming to you that won't go to the franchise. You'll get customers coming to you that won't go to the other lady or the other guy that's doing paint parties as well. You need to stop comparing yourself. Now, I know that it's hard to hear when you go give somebody pricing for your private party and they go crickets, or they'll go, oh, that's not the price I was looking to pay. If someone says you're too expensive, you can not say anything. Say, okay, I'm sorry to hear that. You can offer kits to them, or you can say, I can understand my events aren't for everyone. I put a lot into making it worth every single penny. Or I focus on creating high quality experiences with everything included, so that you can just show up and have fun and don't have to worry about a thing. People don't realize the amount of time and effort that we as artists put in to have these events. Now, I would like to also go over private party pricing as well. I find that people charge the same amount they would if they were at a public event for a private event. Private events, if you go anywhere, always have a higher price tag on it. Always. If you go hire or go to a local event and decide that you're going to rent out a local event area, arena, restaurant's party room, it is going to have its own fee to it because you are making it exclusive for yourself. So if someone hires you for a private party, do not feel guilty of putting a higher price tag onto that. They are taking up your time. They have asked for your services, and they should be charged accordingly. And we as women tend to want to give more and so not charge as much. You need to charge what you're worth. So if you charge $33 to $35 per person on a public event where anyone can buy a ticket and that you scheduled, fine. That's great. But if someone's hiring you to come in, do not feel guilty at putting it at $40 to $45 per person price tag on it, because they are hiring you to come to one of their events that they're planning. They're hiring you as a vendor to come in. And there's a few other things too here that you should probably do to protect yourself and your bottom line. Require deposits. Protect your time. It cuts down on cancellations and no-shows if you collect a deposit on a private party. And if you get prepays on an event, do not ever take someone's word on they're going to be at an event if they have not put any money down on it. People will say, yeah, I'm going to show up, and then don't show up. And if they have no skin in the game, meaning that they have not put any money down, they're not showing up. If they don't have any reason to be there, they're not going. So collect deposits or prepayment for whatever event you have. And speaking of like the requiring deposits and cancellations, make sure you have a cancellation policy. You want to respect your time, and have people start respecting your time. When you have a cancellation policy, people will understand that you are an actual business, and that they will take you seriously. And also, and this is what I talk to my ladies in my mastermind about, you want to track your numbers. You want to know your profit per event. You want to know what, and track everything. You want to track every number that's come into your hand, every dollar, every cent that comes in, so that you know how much money is coming into your hands and how much is going out, so that you can get an understanding of where you are financially, but also so that you're getting the best price for your events. And also, there's another thing too. I've been saying also a lot because things keep coming to me, but I wanted to go over a few ways that can make pricing feel a little bit easier for you, right? If you post your prices publicly, it avoids, any weird like haggling or trading. So if you post your prices, people know what your price is. Now, is there going to be someone that's going to try to get a little bit lower? Yeah, there always is, right? People try to get you to deliver free items from Facebook Marketplace, right? Instead of coming to get it. So there's always going to be that outlier. But if you, for the most part, post your prices publicly, people are going to understand that your price is that price. And they'll either take it or leave it. And you want to use clear, confident, like pricing and words when you make that posts, such as the investment, the price is X amount. It feels different than saying, oh, so it's $25 per person. Is that okay? You don't ask them that it's okay what you've decided to charge them. You just charge them. A tree doesn't say it's a tree. It's just a tree. So here's your reminder. You're not too expensive. You're worth it. And if you're ready to price with confidence or talk about it, let's keep the conversation going in the comments, either on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. The links to the other two will be in the description. See you next time.